Welcome to Studio A, MTV's own original variety show, starring Ben Ward, John Osborne, Eliza Grata, Juliana Zatarain, with special guest Paige DeFiore from SPC, Katie Murray from Student Activities.
Hello and welcome back to MCTV's Studio A. On our second episode of the season, we're covering some recent developments in film and television, as well as last night's BET Awards. We'll also get to see some new additions to the studio from John and I, as well as the Blazer Report and a special guest. Let's get started.
Ben, let's do it. Starts right now. All right.
So, for our first topic in Fox Trends, we're discussing music. Last night were the 2017 BET Hip Hop Awards, where Cardi B stole the show with 5 awards, including Single of the Year and Best New Hip Hop Artist, and Kendrick Lamar taking home 4 awards, including Album and Lyricist of the Year. However, what everybody is talking about from the awards is the scalding 5-minute freestyle Eminem directed at President Trump, garnering praise from Colin Kaepernick and Snoop Dogg, among other rappers. What do you think about this, John?
I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was really well done. It's the first big thing that Eminem's done in a long time, but
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. I wonder what that shoot was like. The production was just like in a garage, like a parking garage.
Yeah.
He was just like pacing around.
He was the only one talking out of like
getting really
15
mad.
people.
But there's just people in the background that were looking like really intimidating.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I thought it was really well done. I thought it was good wordplay. What else can you say? I mean, everyone's kind of saying the same thing right now, but
Yeah, I
can't
mean,
help but
Eminem,
agree.
like always, showed off like his lyrical ability. His enunciations are still at the top of his game,
Yeah.
and he's just preparing for his next album, which I think is going to be probably pretty political. I don't know what else he has to
excited.
cover, like that he hasn't covered yet.
I'm ready for just the whole parking garage, the album.
Yeah.
They should just set up
He's
a
just
studio
in a
that
parking
garage, and he's just pacing around.
They're gonna.
freestyling.
That's the filming for each
because
one.
his
That's the
past few
music
haven't
video.
been that good, but I can't really shit on him because I think people kind of sleep on Eminem. He kind of got a whole generation of white kids in suburban neighborhoods into rap, including myself. It's great stuff.
And this is his first album coming out in 4 years since the Marshall Mathers LP2, which was amazing. Love that album. And a lot of people don't like Eminem now because he's not like the old Eminem pre-almost dying.
Yeah. When he's on drugs, he's the best him, which is one of the only people I can say that about.
I mean, yeah, he's nuts.
It's true.
But, you know, I like all Eminem. I like to say I'm a true fan because I like all of his work. You know,
Cool.
he's great. He's one of the best. Absolutely one of the
I
best
think
ever.
so. Did Trump have a response? I didn't see if he did or not.
I don't know.
He
But
likes to respond back to people.
if he
that
does,
go
I
at
hope
him.
it's a rap.
That'd be amazing.
That's how we settle beef in the rap
I would
world.
love
Like
that.
Trump has to rap back.
He's been responding to people when they come at him. I remember when this season of SNL was going to get started, he was like, if they make fun of me, I'm going to come back and have my own thing every single week. And you can't do that. As president, every time SNL, which is this like long landmark of like American history, makes an episode that makes fun of you, like they've done with every president, you can't just be, it's my turn, I'm going to make jokes.
Yeah, I mean, you can make jokes sometimes, but not every episode, and it can't actually, like, they made fun of other presidents, and obviously they would
always
joke
done it.
back at them,
Political
like,
humor's a thing.
jokingly, but I think he's taking it to heart.
And how could, he's insane. He's making a mockery of himself right now. He's shooting paper towels out to the Puerto Ricans of the world. It's, yeah.
Like,
Not great stuff. But do you see what LeBron said in
No, I
response to
didn't.
Eminem? It was really funny. LeBron went wild with it. He's like, this is the best shit I've ever seen. And he was like explaining all the lyrics as if
Really?
people didn't get it. He was like, Fantastic Four, oh, you're orange like the Thing. That's funny, man. He put it on his Twitter. So he had a great time with it. I liked it.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what Trump says about it.
definitely.
Stay tuned.
Awesome.
So, this week, work productivity all across America took a massive dip as the country of middle-aged men, I'm just not going to get this ever, but we're rolling. The country of middle-aged men could not stop watching The Last Jedi trailer that premiered Monday night. Prior to seeing the first full-length trailer, I began thinking to myself that maybe this might be the beginning of Star Wars fatigue. But the second I started that trailer, I dropped all my inhibitions and am now craving lightsabers, blasters, like a junkie who needs their fix. So, did you see the trailer? What'd you think?
I did. I watched it like 8 minutes after it came out.
Yeah,
I
I was
love Star
hyped about
Wars.
it.
Like I've always loved it as a kid. I am not one of those type of people who hates the prequels and then hates the new one because
Right.
they're not the originals. I like all Star Wars.
Yeah.
Rogue One, I didn't love. That
I
was
didn't like
definitely
it.
my least favorite Star Wars film of all time, but it's still Star Wars and I
I
loved
saw
it. And
someone
that Darth
post a
Vader scene
really
at the
good
end was
thing. I think
crazy.
for a Star Wars movie, you have to have 3 things. You have to have character, emotion, and action, and a lot of them don't hit all 3 of those. I think
The thing
Force
I
Awakens
did-
had 2. I think it had like action and good characters, but it's kind of missing out on the emotion a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Rogue One really had any. I didn't care about all those people. I knew they were gonna die at the end of it.
Yeah, for Rogue One, I was like, I think they did characters a lot. Like, they got really into their stories, especially the main character and her
Jyn
dad.
Erso.
And I was like, you're getting into the entire story of these people, and they're gonna die
Yeah, why would
after
I
2
care?
hours. Like, I don't care. Don't do super
Yeah.
character development in this,
I agree.
and then just
I
not
don't
have
think any
them
of the
ever be
characters really
again.
had chemistry.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little kind of bland. And if you really think about it
Yeah.
too, like when you have children, like how are you gonna, I always bring up us having kids on this show. I said last week you're gonna christen my son, but anyway,
I still am.
that's not changing. But anyway, I think when you show this, how do you show the Star Wars movies to people now? Because if you start off with Rogue One, they're not gonna get who any of these people are. Like there's no context.
Yeah.
When they start rambling about the Force, they're not gonna get what that is unless you've shown them the other movies. But if you show them the other,
I think
movies, it
still go
spoils
with
that
the
movie.
original trilogy first. I think that's
Yeah.
where you start. But let's talk about the new trailer.
Sure, I
Like
know,
the
we're
new
very
movie, I'm
sidetracked
so
right
excited
now,
for it. December 15th, it's going to be amazing. I think it's definitely going to be better than The Force Awakens,
hope
which
so,
I
too.
liked a lot. A lot more character development. Excited to see more Finn because they only put him in like 2 seconds of the trailer.
I know. I like Finn a lot.
Yeah,
I think John
so-
Boyega brings in a lot of personality to
Yeah, he's a good
those
actor.
movies. Where some of the new people I thought could have been a bit better. A lot of people hated on Adam Driver, but I thought he did a good
Yeah,
job.
me too. Although the thing in the trailer, like that thing on his face,
The scar is like metallic. It's really weird.
I think that's like, because at first I thought they like opened the scar and put that inside of him, but I
Yeah.
think it's like supposed to heal up.
Maybe that's like the futuristic
thing.
Band-Aid. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it heals in like 2 minutes or something,
Yeah.
but
But the
it-
biggest question at the end, Ray's like, "Who's gonna show me the way?" And he,
yeah, there's this
handout.
whole thing about like Ray turning to the dark side and him turning to the light side, and I don't know what's gonna happen, honestly.
I don't know. But I think the trailer showed just enough to get really into it, but not enough to ruin it. But a lot
Yeah.
of people online are freaking out. So when Chewbacca first had his big reveal, there was this little like CGI guy. I was like,
Oh yeah, that thing.
What
I
do you
actually
think of
that
it?
was cool, but I really liked later on in the trailer it showed like a fox that was made of ice,
Yeah, that
which
was
just
really
looked
cool.
so cool.
Yeah.
I was like, that's awesome. This is what's great about Star Wars is they just have like these very cool aliens and worlds and stuff like that.
I hope with all of these, because we're gonna get pretty much like a new Star Wars every year. I hope that with all these, they don't put out the same thing. I hope they make one just about that ice fox. Like I hope they do really cool and weird stuff.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
I'm excited.
So, 2017 was a big year for television, and one show has accumulated a large cult following over the past few years. Season 3 of Rick and Morty premiered this summer and solidified itself as one of the most interesting cartoons in television history. Season 3 saw the beloved and sometimes hated characters going through family issues, self-discovery, and self-destruction. This was, as Rick put it, the darkest year of their adventures. Along with all of this, McDonald's has had a recent fiasco attempting to satisfy fans of the show. What do you think about this, John?
I'm excited, but I know someone that loves Rick and Morty. Ah! Kevin, what's going on, man?
Not much.
Glad to have you here.
I was in the neighborhood. I heard you talking Rick and Morty.
How
I
long
was
were you
like,
hanging back there for?
might as well join
Kevin's
you.
on the show.
Good to have
Let's
you.
get into
MCTV
it.
president Kevin Kleinschmidt.
Hey, hey,
Good to see
Kevin,
you.
we know that you're a big fan of Rick and Morty.
of course.
the heck?
Love that.
Thank you, yeah. So what's your take on this season?
Honestly, I was a little disappointed going in because it's been a while since season 2. It was maybe like, what, a year and a half?
Long time.
Yeah.
So they've had plenty of time to be writing this. I thought a lot of the character development was really good this year, but I was just disappointed in the humor. Like, that's really what I was missing in it.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I
And
think
the finale was kind of
Left a lot of
lackluster.
questions. I don't know if Beth is like a clone or not.
I personally don't think she
I don't
is.
think she is either.
But it would be an interesting story
It'd
arc.
be interesting, but she's one of my least favorite characters. But I'm glad they gave her some development as this like isolated,
Yeah, this is the first development she's really had.
unsatisfied.
I'm glad that Jerry's coming back.
Yeah,
Love
me
Jared.
too.
Chris Parnell, I don't know what he was. He must have been doing another project because they essentially kind of wrote him out of the
Yeah.
season. I thought he was one of the strongest characters of the show.
He was really like the antagonist to Rick, who is sometimes an antagonist, but you kind of root for Rick because he's just so cool, he's so
Yeah.
smart, he's so funny, like you just want him to
Yeah.
win all the time. But then he's kind of like sadistic and like the devil, literally almost. It's crazy.
Well, I think what a problem they might run into is they've built Rick up so much to be like a god type of character that where can you go when you have so much power?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think his like
Who can stop
eventually like his main goal is to literally like become a god or something. That's what I think he's going
Yeah.
for. Because like, what's his true motive in the world? Like, why is he tried to kill himself multiple times throughout the show? Why is he still here? Like, what's he striving for?
Couldn't tell you.
Do you have a favorite episode from this season, Kev?
I gotta say, I really enjoyed Pickle Rick. A lot of people
The
didn't.
meme of the century,
There
guys.
were a few people that weren't fans, but I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I heard that. Some people said it was the worst episode, and I was
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about? Like, I love that Rick went on his own in this, because mostly it's Rick and Jerry or Rick and Morty, Rick and Summer, but this time it was just Rick, and it just showed his, like, that episode showed just how genius he is. Like, he is a super genius.
The whole scene where Pickle Rick is getting like stuck with like different bug arms and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and he's like getting suited up as if he's Iron Man, was just hilarious.
I think that showed off how good the animation of the show can be sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, so this season was a little disappointing for a few reasons. It took so long. They promised 14 episodes. We only got 10. It wasn't as funny, I think, because there was so much plot and so much character development. But one of the things I'm most excited for was the Citadel episode with Evil Morty. That's one of the biggest, and I'm very glad that they're still holding that off. I think
Yeah.
in like 2 seasons, it should come back again and much bigger this time.
It's like teasing us like a little too much, though. I don't know if I care enough about that.
Yeah.
really?
Not to be a downer, but I thought the Citadel was my least favorite episode of the show.
There are some theories about that Evil Morty is Rick's original Morty, which I don't believe personally because
From the beginning of the show? Or
Yeah, like-
time? It's too much.
like that he
too,
was his
too
original
smart
Morty.
for me as a sheeple. It goes right past me. But
I don't know. We'll wait to see. You know, hopefully this
You
season
have to wait
will come
another
out.
2 years.
I hope not. I
Yeah.
mean,
we might not be in college anymore
Yeah, I
at that
know.
point.
I'd be so sad. Like,
We'll have to come back
I
and
need
talk
to
about
come
it.
back.
Exactly. Did you guys grab any Szechuan sauce this weekend?
I did not.
Nope,
Oh yeah, we didn't
do
talk
it.
about the fiasco.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're gonna do it again. McDonald's. They tried to give Szechuan sauce to people. They had barely any. They didn't have it at every store, so they apologized, and they're gonna do it again in December. Big promotion, you know. So we'll have to go
We'll see.
try it
I'll
out.
have to go.
I think it's an interesting moment in history. I think it's the first time that like a big internet meme affected a major corporation like McDonald's. We're like, we have to give these crazy fans their sauce.
And police were called. Like some people went
Right.
nuts for this shit.
Yeah.
Like
Because
it
it
was
was
crazy.
what, like 20 packets per store?
yeah.
It was far too low.
Ridiculous.
They had to know.
fine,
Like
man.
my friend in Boston said, the line wrapped around the block 3 times for the McDonald's.
God.
Like they had to know it was
I didn't
going to
even
be this
bother
crazy.
trying to go.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
I thought it was cool when they gave Royland his own big, like jar of it, and he puts it on Twitter.
Yeah.
But giving it to McDonald's is maybe a little too much. But as I'm saying, so I'm probably going to be lining up for it when they do it again. Very cool stuff. So I'm excited to see what season 4 has for us whenever it comes out.
Yeah. Whatever. Well, anyways, last week we decorated the studio with flowers and side tables and some paintings to give it a more homey feel. However, we wanted to feel a little more personal with the artwork, so we sent John out into the world to let his creativity flow. Let's take a look.
Hey, what's up guys? So this week on my segment, I'm going to try to tap into my artistic side a little bit and get painting to go. We're here at the steel plant and let's give it a try. Ben, what are you doing here?
You know, I'm just painting some stuff. What are you doing here?
I wanted to paint as well. I thought for this week for my segment I could try to get in touch with my artsy side, really get the creative juices flowing a bit. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
So you wanna paint with me this segment?
You know what? Sure.
Sounds good. You know what's the most beautiful thing I could paint?
Me.
That face.
You too.
All right.
Let's go.
Have you ever done this before?
I painted sometimes in the past. I've dabbled.
You dabbled?
My mom is like an artist, and she's really good at painting. So hopefully she passed some genes down to me, like good
see.
painter genes.
Well, I was hoping we could have someone that could help us out with this. I don't know what we can do.
No, I'm pretty lost.
If only there was someone around that could help us out. Oh my God, it's my good friend Nicole Scruggs.
Hey, guys.
What are you doing here?
Do you need help painting?
Yeah, so we're amateurs to this, but we know this is a big part of what you do in your major. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do here at Marist?
So I'm mainly a digital media major. I have taken some painting classes, but I do more digital work. I really enjoy like painting on my own now. I'm a big fan of Bob Ross.
Nice.
So what do you think? Can anyone paint? I said last week anyone can sing, and I guess that's not true.
I mean, I can sing, so.
It's okay. Can anyone paint?
I feel like anyone can paint if you
Yeah.
try.
That's good. What are your favorite tips and tricks before you start painting a portrait?
I like to figure out what colors I'm going to use, and I like to blend my colors together. So I
Okay.
usually have a palette, and I put them on the palette and mix them together until I get the right shade I want, and then I'll start painting.
Awesome. Let's start doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it flow out.
That's a little much.
We're gonna need a lot of
a
red.
little much.
So what's good for skin tone for this?
Maybe this, and you could add some white to it to make it lighter.
So what's your favorite thing you've drawn for your design artist?
No, I painted this one. I painted this one painting in class, and we had to use the same color family. It was kind of cool. Here's some
Thank
white.
you. I like throwing things behind my shoulder.
There you go.
Thank you. What was that you had to pick?
I had to paint a photo, or not really photo, painting, and it all had to be like the same color family.
That's
So it
right.
was all like red,
Oh, cool.
different versions of red. It's cool.
Very horror inspired. I
So you
think.
could mix that. Try
Ooh, alright, I'm gonna try this one. Should I dip it in some water first?
Sure.
I want to get artsy. I need more hobbies in life. I'm gonna get a little spin on the hat going. See how that helps. I like that. It could look like Ben is from the Jersey Shore. He has a nice little bronzer going. Who knows?
Yeah. I took a vacation. Got a little tan, which is actually physically impossible.
You don't say him? No.
Never. Like, literally never.
Alright guys, Nicole here, help me get set up here. I have my little palette thingy going. I'm all ready to make my hashtag first stroke. From the mind, to the finger, to the brush, to canvas. Oh, that's good. What are your inspirations for this project? Oh, thank you.
My inspirations?
Yes.
You're always my inspiration.
Duh.
My other inspiration is just, you just gotta feel it, you know?
Have you enjoyed the graphic design program here so far?
I have. I love it. I love being a graphic design minor.
Where's the What's the
Getting some artistic strokes on there. This is so relaxing.
John's painting is pretty interesting. It's a little abstract. He kind of used a lot of paint. He could use a little bit more paint in the face, which is kind of white right now. And he's got something weird going on in the neck area. I don't know what he was trying to do. I think he was trying to make an Adam's apple. Could use a little work.
Nicole, so we played on a game show last week. And you lost. Got new.
Can you believe it? I know, I didn't know shit about it.
That's okay.
Hey, that's
Well, when I went to the media center, we did that online quiz. I found all about you, which never had enough time to me. What's the deal with the Marist Art Gallery? They have some showcases every once in a
Yeah,
while.
they
right?
do.
What's that page you can follow? I think Gabby has a page.
Yes, I don't know it off the top of my head. They have an Instagram account. I think if you just type in Marist Art Gallery,
Marist Art Gallery, you can
you'll be
see
able
all
to find
these.
it. And they have a Facebook page.
So, John, can you guess what color I'm starting with?
This is based off of no prior knowledge. I'm gonna say black.
You would be correct.
Woo! Ayo!
I honestly don't know how I'm good. My orange turned red. Like, is that not the same color as this?
Then why don't you show off your beautiful color palette there? That's organization.
I tried.
Mine's a bit more of a Picasso.
I got some pink over here.
I think it's beautiful in its own way, like everybody. You're a little absurd.
How big are you making my face? You know what? I don't want to know.
Oh, you're adding a new color, John.
As big as your ego. Yeah, adding a new color.
That kid, Ben.
That kid, Ben.
Ben's doing some texture right now in the beard. His eyes are a little questionable right now. Overall, I think he's doing a pretty good job right now.
The thing is, I have finished.
I'm done. I'm really happy with this. I think it actually looks like a person. I've never done anything like this in my life.
So, should we flip them, show each other
You
at the
wanna see
same
it?
time? Here it is.
It's a little Ben. You want to see it, Ben?
Yep. 3,
Wait, that's crazy.
2, 1.
One! All right, so I don't know what you did, but I like it.
Yeah.
What do you think? Mine looks like more of a person.
It does. I'll give you that.
You look sad and like.
I look like I got shot in the neck.
This is his Adam's apple. Show it off for everyone.
It's really big.
It's
if,
nice.
If you can see
Ladies
it.
love it.
It looks like a bullet hole.
Well, I don't know. Do you like art? Like it's supposed
Yeah,
to
I
be.
mean, I do.
It's the physical
I'm not
apple.
criticizing. I'm just
I
saying.
couldn't do like the bump, so I just put that in there.
I like that my eyes are like blue and gold. That's pretty cool.
That's what I see when I look at you. But yeah, you had your blue Lacoste shirt on that day. I drew him as I saw him, and whatever my mind saw, I went from mind to hand to canvas.
I look like I'm melting.
You look like you're melting. You look like.
The way I
don't know.
see it, my neck looks like a volcano,
Yeah.
and my head is like the eruption.
Have you ever seen the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Christmas special? Like,
Yeah.
You look like one of the Misfit toys. So definitely getting that vibe. But I think yours is really good.
For
The
yours,
Pickle Rick
I
looks
went
great.
with. Oh yeah, you were wearing a hat, so I put my hat onto you
That's
instead.
cool.
Yeah, I got the beard, and then I wanted to do like, I don't know what it's called, I don't know who paints it, but it's like a face with a lot of different colors, and it really didn't come out well. It mostly turned brown, but then I had the eyes kind of exploding. I basically
I dig
wanted to
it.
draw the universe on your face.
So
This is like the Big Bang.
I'm flattered. That's really cool.
So these are gonna go up in the studio somewhere,
is-
probably like right here or
This is
something.
Studio A history, right, Ben?
Yeah,
I think it's great. These will stay on the set
Forever.
forever. Oh God, until it goes down. But that's a good thing it went down. I think yours should be closer to you, and
I don't
mine
think it's gonna stay.
closer to me, and we'll see if it stays.
Awesome.
Can't really see it, but that's it. Great job. After seeing these modern art masterpieces, really hope you guys are still with us and join us after this quick commercial break.
Amalia's Clay Creations is there for the important moments in life. From the small achievements to the moments that take your breath away. To the significant moments. And the big moments to cherish. Amalia's Clay Creations is there for you for all of life's moments.
Live from Studio A, it's the Blazer Report. With Eliza Grata and Juliana Zatarain.
Hi, I'm Juliana Zatarain.
And I'm Eliza Grata.
And this Monday, America celebrated Columbus Day. I'm not really sure how people celebrated, but I assume they took the classic route, pulled a Chris and broke into their neighbors' homes, forced them to leave, killed them if they didn't go, then claimed their house as their own. You know the song. In 1492, Columbus went to Hispaniola and murdered hundreds of thousands of indigenous people after trying to enslave them. Ugh, I love nursery rhymes. They always help me remember stuff.
McDonald's has launched a vegan burger in Finland called the McVegan. The campaign was so successful, McVegans could go nationwide. We talked to some of the happy customers, but every time we tried to ask them about the taste, they only responded by saying, "I'm a vegan, so..."
Texas police are looking for a 3-year-old girl who disappeared Saturday while standing outside alone in the middle of the night as a punishment for not drinking her milk. And in unrelated news, the 2-year-old I babysit threw her peas and carrots on the floor, and I've been inspired to waterboard my toddler.
Vice President Mike Pence and his wife Karen attended the Indianapolis Colts game on Sunday. but the duo quickly left the game after players knelt during the playing of the national anthem. Well, CNN calculated it and said it cost taxpayers about $242,500 for the VP to travel to Indiana and leave just after a few minutes. Remember when you were all like, we need a businessman to run this country, he knows how to handle money, blah, blah, blah. Well, you can eat it because his VP just costs us all $5,000 per minute of standing and sitting, but definitely not kneeling. But it's fine because it's not like that money could be used for anything better anyways.
And speaking of Puerto Rico, President Trump finally paid a visit to our disaster-stricken island territory. Here's what happened. Because nothing says F you like a billionaire chucking paper towel rolls at heads of hurricane survivors. But it's fine because he defended himself strongly when he claimed they had these beautiful, soft towels, very good towels.
Kobe. Nelly the rapper was arrested on Saturday morning for allegedly raping a woman on his tour bus. When asked about these allegations, Nelly responded, "Listen, it was getting a little hot in there, and I merely suggested we take off all our clothes."
Great singing. In Russia, an angry husband filled his wife's car with concrete after she reportedly changed her surname to win a supermarket promotion. The man claimed he and his wife had been going through a rough patch in their marriage. A rough patch that was quickly sealed with cement. But anyway, the husband said he chose to fill the car with concrete because it was the one possession his wife loved. Well, I'm from New Jersey, so basically I'm going to marry this guy, break his heart, and tell him I'm super passionate about potholes on Route 4.
And what a wonderful week it has been for the women of the world. Female NFL reporter Jordan Rodriguez asked a question to Panthers All-Star quarterback Cam Newton, only to have him laugh and respond saying, "It's funny to hear a female talk about roots." Rude. Imagine working so hard in your career just to be ridiculed for your gender.
Female comedians aren't funny.
We're not unfunny because we're women, we're unfunny. To make matters even better, Harvey Weinstein, film producer and executive of Miramax Films, has been caught sexually assaulting women in his office for years. But don't worry, in response to these allegations, Weinstein claimed to be really sorry and that it wasn't a sexual thing, it was a power thing. Thank God. In more recent reports, Jared from Subway has come out to also claim that his sexual allegations weren't a sexual thing, it was more of a sandwich thing.
In light of the tragic Las Vegas shooting, some members of the Marist community have come out to weigh in on the gun control debate, while some are calling for immediate gun restrictions. Others are afraid they will lose their Second Amendment rights. Widely known gun advocate and NRA member, Marist mascot Shooter, the Fox, said in a recent interview, "Taking away our guns won't do anything. People will always find a way. Besides, having my t-shirt gun is a God-given right." Someone checked to make sure that t-shirt gun of his is set to gymnasium and not being modified for a stadium size anytime soon.
And finally, some exciting news for us here at MCTV. There's a possibility that MCTV shows like this one will be put on Marist Movies on Demand. Yeah, so now people cannot watch us on 2 platforms.
And for the Blazer Report, I'm Eliza Grotto.
And I'm Juliana Zatarain. Have a great night. Bye.
Welcome back to Studio A. Tonight we have special guests Katie Murray from Student Activities and Paige DiFiore from SPC on our show tonight. Welcome, you guys.
Thanks.
So, what are your roles in your organizations and what do you do around campus?
So I'm the marketing chair of SPC, and we're the Student Programming Council, but we're SPC for short. No one really knows what it stands for, but it's fine.
I didn't know.
We do.
It's news to us.
Welcome. People
Here you
usually
go,
think it's
guys.
like a computer science club. No.
It sounds like it. It sounds intimidating.
No, we do
Maybe
all
come
of
up
the
with a friendlier name.
That's what I want to, you know?
Yeah.
But that's what we are for now. We do most of nightlife around campus, so if you're bored, you're probably going to our events. We do comedians bingo, which is a rager.
Whoa. B-I-N-G-O.
It's the craziest event on campus. And we do pretty much a little bit of everything, and I do all the social medias, so Maris SPC on everything. It's me.
That's
I'm the one
awesome.
harassing everyone. So.
Good thing. Gotta get after
Hello.
What about you, Katie?
I'm a manager in the Office of Student Activities. So basically, I'm in charge of our student staff in the office, as well as just watching over events in the student center and all of our river rooms and club rooms, and basically being like, we do all of the selling of the tickets for the stuff that SPC creates. So they choose the Broadway shows, and then we sell the tickets.
Oh yeah, I've
Awesome.
waited in line for a few Broadway shows. They get really long lines. Like
People
people
camp
camp out like overnight. It's crazy.
I always
I really
think
wanted to go to
like
Aladdin
a bread
last year, and I
line.
couldn't.
What's one of the shows that had the biggest line?
I remember my freshman year, Wicked was crazy.
Yeah, I bet.
Basically every show, for the most part, gets pretty wild.
Have you ever had to deal with any like really angry students who are like, I need to see Wicked?
We've had times, and Paige can probably like talk to this too, but
Yeah.
people get upset.
We get threatened.
gosh.
Yeah, especially
God.
when like they think they're gonna get a ticket, and then oh sorry, we have to cut you off. Like
Oh,
we're
I'm
out of
sure.
tickets, wait list now.
It sucks to be that last person.
when you
Like
wait
the
so
person in front of
long.
you gets the last ticket. Like that's awful.
People email, they're like, yeah, I'm going home, so can you move ticket sales? And we're like, no, sorry. And they're like, excuse me?
Do you know who I am?
Let me
My dad
accommodate
can
one
sue your
person.
dad.
Yikes.
So how did you guys get involved in your organizations?
I was hired freshman year as just like an office staff employee in the Office of Student Activities, and I've kind of worked my way up. And it's just like, it's a great place to be, and we're like a giant family. There's like 60 kids that work in the office, and it's just like.
Do you know Amanda Beresheim?
I do.
She's a good friend of mine. Yeah,
Oh,
she works there.
She's great. I
Yeah.
love her.
So I joined SPC when I was a freshman because I was like, what is there to do on a campus like this, on a nights like these?
Yeah.
So I went, I stayed in, went to comedians, made a bunch of friends through it, and then I just kept applying to the board. And then sophomore year, I made it.
They finally took you in, that annoying girl who.
Yeah, they had me chaperone before I was on the board, and I was like, this is it. They got to pick me. Like, they gave me responsibilities. It's my aunt, and I've
Before
been
you're
on
even
there
on the
ever
board,
since.
that's great.
Yeah, and it's like a nice little fam. It's nice there.
So what are you guys' favorite parts about being a Marist student? It's a tough one, I know.
Break out the scroll for that one.
I know it's like super biased, but probably like my own club. Not just because it's like my club, but because if it's boring, there's always something to do. Like I've gotten to see some of my favorite bands, like All Time Low. I got to meet them.
That's awesome.
We have
How are they?
concerts.
Wow.
They're so nice.
Sweet guys.
They're some of the nicest people we've had. We've had
Cute.
some people that are kind of fresh. They're so cute. Get to hug them. Life changing. Still got the pics. That was before I was even on the board. So
Wow.
even members can like meet people.
wow.
We do dressing rooms and meet comedians. We had
That's really cool.
magicians. Sounds lame.
Yeah, you said there was a magician named Ben
I
Ward.
think a magician
Really?
stole your name,
I think
or
he
you were a
did.
magician in a
I can
past
see it.
life.
Yeah,
Go for it.
it's
You
weird.
gotta Google
You have
that.
to have a really long neck to be a magician.
Maybe it was me,
Bob
and I
Ross.
like had a magic trick where I just changed
Amnesia?
my appearance, or that too. Who knows? Dementia.
We'll look into it.
That was your final trick. You erased it from your memory. You pulled like a Men in Black.
On myself.
Yeah.
Geez, favorite part. I think all of it, but I feel like all the different clubs and activities on campus, like there's something for everyone. And if there's not something, SGA like will help you create it.
That's
like
amazing.
like I want more of like a place for musicians on campus, so I'm working to actually start that club. Like,
Are you a
this
musician
year.
yourself?
I am. Yeah,
What do
I
you
sing.
play?
I sing
Oh, that's
and
great.
I attempt to play piano and guitar, but mostly sing.
That's what do you like to sing?
Pop music, anything.
That's
I'm in
awesome.
singer, so.
Oh, cool.
Sweet. Awesome. So, what to you guys sets Marist apart from other schools in terms of activities and spirit?
I think one of the things is that we're close to New York City. So like one
Yeah.
of our biggest things is our Broadway trips, like the $20. I think it's $20.
You can't beat that.
And we
Yeah, no, it's
usually get
amazing.
orchestra seats that are like really expensive and bougie, and even the
Yeah.
transportation to the city is like expensive. It's like that's one thing that like most colleges don't have. One of the reasons I came here was because I was like, ooh,
That's awesome.
$20 Broadway
What's the
trips.
transportation like? Is it just like a little broken down Greyhound, or do you got
No,
something
it's like a nice. What are those buses
It's a
called?
coach bus.
Coach bus.
cool. Ooh.
Nice seating and nice chaperones, so I get to go for free and I get to yell at people and we can leave people in New York City.
Fun.
So
If someone comes along the bus they don't really like too much, maybe just forget their head count. Leave them back in the city.
can do that.
No ride back to Marist for you. You have the power.
They'll figure their way back. We're pretty
Yeah.
close. We can take a
Get
train.
back. It's a small city.
Yeah.
Get a train.
No big
just
deal.
Manhattan.
Oh man.
So do you guys have any crazy stories from work?
Oh, I do. The student activities office is open till 1:30 on Friday and Saturday nights. So things can get a little wild, especially after midnight. And this wasn't me personally, but last semester, one of the other managers was working in the office when he gets a call from one of our office employees. And she's freaking out because she's downstairs on the first floor of the student center, and she's walked up to one of the club rooms, and the lights are off, but she sees candles lit. And she tries to open the door, and it's barricaded. And it turns out that there are a group of students who decided to barricade the door with a table, light a candle, and hold a seance with a Ouija board.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
And she's just like, what do I even do? Like, how do I even, like, say, like, no, this is terrible. You can't have lit candles. We really don't want ghosts in our student center.
And
Like,
barricading.
I ain't afraid no ghosts.
yeah, so it's become like a running joke that when you do rounds of the first floor, you have to make sure there's no seance.
That's
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was going to ask a friend of mine, or Amanda actually, she said last spring when she was working there, someone came to the office completely naked and they were asking something. I don't know if you heard about that.
I haven't
was
heard
just
that
wondering.
story, but it doesn't surprise me.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but you need to go back and put clothes on." It was something crazy like that. Like,
insane.
I don't remember
just
what
forgot.
she said. Yeah, I
It
know.
It
Everyone
happens.
has those days.
Forget to put clothes on.
She was a
Makes
little
mistakes.
groggy when she woke up. She just forgot, ran out the door.
Doesn't surprise me at all. Nothing phases me anymore after working in that office.
I don't think I have anything as exciting as a seance, but we have had an artist, I can't say which one, and we do like the dressing rooms. We noticed that they took our tablecloths. I don't know why.
They just
like
stole
a,
them?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Of all
say
the
they
things
took them
to-
and like
no, they
lit
just,
them on fire.
They
with
were
the-
gone.
Crazy.
And of all the things to steal,
What art? Do you know what
Yeah,
artist it was?
tablecloth. Like,
I can't say.
Oh my god.
But they certainly don't need cheap Marist
Was it
tablecloths.
the ex-ambassadors?
They were very nice.
They seem like a guys.
They were
Yeah.
good people.
Yeah.
I would have them back.
Let's do it. On the show.
yeah, on this show.
We're planning the spring
heard it here
concert
first.
soon. So.
So, what are both of your clubs doing to raise school spirit?
I mean, I think our office is just consistently, we're trying to just get students involved on campus and do more things like, activities and bingo and all this school stuff. I know it's not particularly our office, but student government is really, really pushing the school spirit this year. Just getting more kids involved and,
That's great.
going to games, showing support, that kind of thing.
Yeah, in SBC, we've been working closely with the Diversity Council. So we've been trying to incorporate more diversity, and we also co-sponsor. Like, I used to be the co-sponsorship chair. My title got changed just to sound fancier, because like marketing chair is like. So we work with like a lot of different clubs on campus, like Asian Alliance, ARCO, and there's actually the Office of Disabilities and Awareness.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure the name of the office, but we're partnering
It was
with them.
previously special services, that one?
Yes. We're partnering with them to bring a comedian who has some disability. I cannot remember right now, but at
That's
the end of the
okay.
month, she'll be coming here and like letting signing books and everything. So
That's
that's
awesome.
gonna be
That's great.
popping. So
Do you guys do Mona Freak as well? Or is that?
no, that
Oh,
is
That's through BSU and
Okay. Yeah.
other.
I have a lot of international friends, so I was wondering if like you guys were
I
kind
wish
of
we did.
involved
That's
in
such a
that.
cool event.
Yeah, no, it's great. I went to it last year. It was amazing. It was
That sounds
very
really
fun.
cool.
Yeah, the Office of Student Activities like works with BSU as well. It's just like a Mona Freak committee for that, which is really cool.
Sweet.
Looks like a great experience. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Get in touch.
So for our final question, we're gonna ask, what upcoming events do you have going on?
So there's actually an open mic night happening right now.
Whoa.
If you want to go to that,
go.
run.
Run right
Turn the
now.
TV off.
We have a ticket giveaway happening, a Broadway ticket giveaway. I'm hosting
Oh,
it.
wow.
It's a photo scavenger hunt. It's going to be a thriller.
What do you mean
It's-
by photo scavenger hunt?
So I'm gonna next Wednesday, October 18th, probably double
Yeah,
check,
I'm on it.
at 11 a.m. I'm going to post a list of things that you need to take pictures of you with the item, like a nice selfie, around campus. So it's things around campus or things that you can easily find.
Cool.
So the first person to show me that they have them all in the SPC office, which is in the basement of the Student Center, probably don't know that,
I have no
welcome,
idea.
wins a set of Broadway tickets, and they don't have to wait online, and they don't have to pay for them.
That's awesome.
And we also have Halloween bingo, which is always a rager. So get there
Oh, God.
early,
Yeah.
bring your like.
Cancel your Halloween plans.
It's also a costume contest.
That's a lot
so
of
best costume wins a
I'm
prize.
sure you get a lot of good costumes from that.
John, let's go.
I'm a little nervous about
I
what
think
we're
we should
gonna
go.
we'll
get.
be like, we'll all sit on
You
your
have to go.
shoulders.
Sounds like
We'll
a
be
lot of
like
fun.
a
Where's the
7-foot
Halloween
man.
bingo?
It is in the cabaret, and it
That's
is
awesome.
the 25th, the Wednesday.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a nice Wednesday night activity,
Yeah.
and then we have a few Broadway trips coming up, and just we also have escape rooms coming.
Whoa,
Really? I've always wanted to do
Yes.
one. We were talking about doing that for the show.
that'd be awesome.
Want to do it?
Let's get stuck
You
in
can
the
get
room
teams
together.
of 12.
Let's do it.
Come
It
through.
seems
That's
to
gonna
12? Oh my
up
God.
to 12 people. The
Okay.
whole
I get
squad
claustrophobic.
can
I
roll
don't
out.
know. I get a little freaked out.
It's in
Have
the
you done
student
one?
center basement. I have. They're so fun. I'm
Really?
probably gonna do them again, even though I'm supposed to run them. I'm probably just gonna
Just like wash. Yeah,
join in.
that sounds really cool.
Let's come up end of October. Follow us on social media, Maris SBC, to get the details because I probably messed them up.
That's
good,
okay.
though. Heard it here
No
first.
worries. Sweet.
Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you for
I
having
appreciate
us.
it. Yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah, thank you to Katie and Paige for being on the show tonight. You were both great. We loved hearing about SPC and student activities.
Thank you for
being
having us.
Awesome.
here.
Yeah,
Awesome.
problem.
get learn more. Get involved. Let's do it, guys.
You can see more from our show on our YouTube page, MCTV HD, and don't forget to like us on Facebook. From Studio A, I'm Ben Ward.
For Studio A, I'm John Osborne. Good night, everyone.
Good night.